All right. We're in another part.
Yeah, the chicken is done cooking. What we're doing is just taking the chicken out to cool so we can take the bones off of it, cut the meat up, try and separate it. Like I said, I keep the stock separate. We do can it. What I'm doing is just taking the chicken out, leaving the stock in place. I will go ahead and remove the chicken, let it cool to the point where I can put my dainty little paws on it. And from then we'll debone it, cut it up a little bit, break it up to the point where it'll go in the jars, and we will hot pack it and put it in the pint jars, which is what we put our chicken in pint jars. We will put the stock in quart jars. That's more of a usable quantity for us, so that's where we go.
Well,
for now.
This is very interesting, Bob.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Oh, me and Bob have just as much fun as me and Marlene, and when you get the three of us together, ooh, it's a sight. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, now go, now.
Just in case this hasn't told you, Bob is Marlene's other half.
Yeah.
So...
go, Bob.
Yeah. To as better half.
Do what?
Sometimes referred to as better half.
Sometimes referred to as better half, but I don't know by who, so we'd have to ask him. I thought it was the other way around, but, you know, yeah. Anyway.
Okay, we'll talk to you in a minute. Okay. Now, what are we doing?
Right now, I'm just cutting the chicken up, taking the bones out, getting it ready to put into the jars for canning.
Okay.
I've already pulled the jars, the pint jars, out of the hot water. I put my quart jars in. I'll use the quarts for the stock when I get everything else canned up. But now it's just a matter of getting the meat small enough to go into the jars and getting the bones out of them. What I'm doing here is these are all the breasts that I've put in here. I'm just cutting them up because they're the easiest to get to and the easiest to cut. There's no bones in them. They don't have to be real small pieces, don't have to be uniform or anything like that. Just as long as they're small enough to go into the jar and small enough that when you get ready to cook them later down the line, you don't have to chew or cut or macerate or do anything with them. They're ready to go.
Cool.
The skin, I don't can the skin. I pull the skin off and the bones off, and that goes to dog food somewhere along the line. Make sure you get all the bones and the gristle out if you can get the gristle. Some people actually like the gristle. I don't particularly care for it, but I don't like the skin. It just adds a whole lot more grease to the meat. So that's where we're at. More later.
Okay.